Hello everyone, welcome back to Electric. This episode is going to be a bit different. Firstly, it's going to be a lot shorter than our usual vlogs because we've got a much smaller electric car, but nonetheless a very exciting vehicle. This is actually South Africa's cheapest electric car, and it's the first electric car I'm testing that is actually not built in China. So that's new. But yeah, very excited. Today we're going to take it on a short safari to Rietvlei Nature Reserve. We're going to see all the animals we can see, hopefully lots of birds. It's early summer here, so all the birds have migrated back. We've just had nice rains, so it should look pretty good. And yeah, it's going to be exciting to see how a car, electric car with a smaller battery performs on a trip like this. We've got 100% charge right now and estimated range of 200 kilometers. This car's got a 17.3 kilowatt hour battery. That's very small. That is less than a third of what we've got in our usual car. So it's going to be exciting. Luckily, Rietvlei is just around the corner, and this thing is incredibly efficient. I've driven it for about 50 kilometers before we're starting today, and so far super impressed, especially with this price. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. Let's hit the road. So we are at Rietvlei's entrance, but before we go inside, I should probably show you what exactly we are driving. This is the Everione Happy. It's being brought into the country by a company called Megamillion. It's actually a rebadged MG Comet. It comes from India, and it's a super mini, 4-seater, a 2-door car, and fully electric, and so far it's really impressed me. This thing has got some very cool tech features, including, here's the key, proximity detection for opening up, because yeah, it's just unlocked, and there you go. So Megamillion has got an agreement with JSW MG Motor India to bring the car into the country, and initially they plan to sell them commercially to commercial customers like security companies for driving in the States, but I would love to see this being sold to general drivers because it is just a whole lot of fun. So cool, let's head inside and check in. Oh, så mooi ram af het bal.
Wow.
So while we're here at my Red Dam, I thought I'd do a quick walk around with the car and tell you a little bit more about it. Lots of interesting features and quirks to get into, so yeah, let's see. So starting up front, the lights at the bottom, those are your actual headlights, and then this bar over here is your daytime running lights. Yeah, looks quite different with the headlights on as opposed to just the daytime running lights. And then in here you've got your charging port. Yeah, just normal CCS2. You can plug in there, supports yeah, just the normal slow charging at home AC. No DC charging, but that's not a problem because this battery is so small, 17.3 kilowatt hours. If you use like 3 kilowatt charging, it's going to take you like 6 hours or so to charge it to full. So really not a problem at all. Okay, let's walk around this side. You see you've got these really big doors. And as I've said before, there's like a proximity detection with keyless entry, and you can open up the car like that. I think you can set it to only open the driver's door if safety is an issue, but yeah, very, very cool. Then you walk around the back. There's another daytime running light there, and your actual lights underneath. And everyone happy, as I said. This is a rebadged one. Getting into the boot before we jump into the car itself. Not a lot of space, but what you can do is you can push these forward. I'm just not sure exactly. I think you do that, yes. Oh, you can drop them as well. There you go. Actually, you can just drop them down. Oh, I think I've got something yet. No, maybe I'm just not using enough force here, or something is blocking it here. Let's try that. Oh, there we go. I've got it there. Okay, perfect. That's when you drop it down. There's lots more room to put in all kinds of stuff, and they're planning to have a panel van version of this as well. That'll be a little bit cheaper. So very cool. You've got lots of space to work with there. If you don't want all the seats, want to use all the seats. Okay, let's put those back up, because I'm gonna put my wife in a bit to there we go, locked in perfectly now. Put my wife in there to see how much room she's got in the back. And let's put this down, just a manual boot close. Perfect. And there's the Everione logo. You've got a reverse camera, and there's just a little bit of EV there. Okay, let's hop in and see what's going on inside. Let's take a look at the good stuff. Really funny, the car greets you as a greeting. I've turned it off. You can choose to have it or not, and they've set it to hello, I am happy, or something like that. But you can set a custom greeting, and I'm sure it'll be able to understand a lot of English, and you can set the greeting you want in here. But yeah, once you get inside, basically your gear lever is over there, and then you've got your window switches, just two windows, of course. The windows in the back are not closable or openable. They're just fixed. And then you've got your parking brake over here, and auto hold on and off over here as well. Very good that it's got that. No rolling back. Yeah, once you hit the brake. Got a small storage compartment over here. Just got a cable in there, parking ticket, and then cup holder here. Very deep space in there. Things might get lost, but yeah, I can reach towards the back with some effort, so not too difficult. And then another cup holder over here. Those are what the doors look like. Quite neat. I like the design. Very light. As my wife pointed out, they probably went with the light coloring to create the sense of more room. And then okay, you've got your digital instrument cluster over here. I found it to be generally very good. Lots of information on here. If you want to go through some of the performance metrics and stuff, you just push the button down here that I just showed you. As you can see some real-time performance data there, how much power you're using, and yeah, just general information. Something I found quite interesting is that this car, being as affordable as it is, despite that, it's got a sensor that detects when the charging port is open, which is something my Aura doesn't have, and I found even other expensive EVs don't have. It literally warns you, hey, your charging port is open, not just when something is plugged in. As you can see, we're about on 85% charge, 170 kilometers range left. Yeah, lots of slow driving today. Then over here, you've got your infotainment display. If you've connected to Android Auto, you can easily access it here, or Apple CarPlay wireless. You can go into your aircon settings, your battery status. You've got your music here. If you're playing through Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, it'll show up there, your radio there. Very, very well laid out. And then also, yeah, you can control the air conditioning through here. But there's another little great thing down here. fantastic invention. It's called a physical dial or a physical button, and you can control the aircon from here as well. So you can just turn that and it will show you on here the speed you're turning. There we go, up and down, and then your aircon temperature you can set there on this side. It's currently on low to high. So yeah, it's very, very easy to manage. Better than many modern cars these days that do everything through the screen. You've got those useful dials down there. Also, this is for your modes. You can switch between eco, normal, and sport mode. I'm currently in sport mode. Yeah, it's all right. It's still very, very efficient. Those are my wife's apples over there. Yeah, take a look at them apples. And yeah, a little bit of extra space over here. Lots of door space, lots of door bin space, or as my wife likes to call it, the dustbin space. Down there. On this side we've also got yeah, and your lock mechanisms over there. Generally I've found the door sound is quite solid. It doesn't sound like it's a cheap car. Just listen to that, it's not bad. So let's do it again just for effect. And you can see there my poor wife is sitting on a cool box waiting for me. I'm so sorry, wife. I'll put you in the car now, I promise. Okay, here we go. And there, we've closed it. Okay, yeah, so as you can hear, hopefully you can hear, it's quite a solid sound. Just other buttons on the steering wheel. You've got your controls here for media. Very cool shortcut button you can set here for a bunch of stuff. Currently this is set to the vehicle settings, so you can quickly jump to the vehicle settings in your infotainment. So if I hit that, it'll go to the, oh, I haven't started the car yet, which is, I have to hit the brake. Okay, there you go, you're in vehicle settings. And while we're here, I might as well just jump into this. Here's your vehicle settings. So follow me home, door open, light auto switch off. You've got an approach lock or approach unlock. You can turn that off and on as you'd please. Excuse me if the shots get a little bit dark here. Then you've got the steering wheel. Yeah, for the function on the steering wheel, as I said before, you can set that to whatever you'd like. And yeah, very, very cool as well. Well, not whatever you'd like. Excuse me, I have to withdraw that. You can set it to mute music, to switch to online music, iCall, I'm not sure what that means, SRC, but very cool, you can configure that. Then you've got your wiper settings. Wiper maintenance only can be set when wiper control status off and wipers in original position. You've got your tire pressure monitoring, and then you've got your trip that you can reset over there as well. Okay, very, very cool. I promise the screen is clearly visible to me. It might not be on the camera, just a little bit of a contrast thing because we've got bright sunlight out there today. So you know, I have to keep tapping the screen so that it adjusts that brightness to where I'd like it. But yeah, lots of configuration available here. You can go to driving assistant and you can turn on or turn off electronic stability control. Your driving modes, as I said, you can use a button for that as well. And then you've got your energy recovery, heavy, normal, and light. You've got your maximum speed setting. You can set a speed there. There we go, and you can choose if you want that activated. Prefer not. And then the in-gear anti-touch, it's just a protective mechanism so that you don't accidentally slip into neutral while driving. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it on the infotainment side. Yeah, and you've got the voice commands thing here. You can do a couple of things. Haven't gotten into that really a lot. This is a wrap on the steering wheel. It feels quite nice, it's not bad. And now let's take a look at the back of the car. So I'm gonna go here. Oh, let's get out. Okay, so if you want to move the seat back so that someone can get in the back, you just pull this lever here. It drops down quite quickly, which isn't bad. And then if you need to, you can move it forward a little bit, just the usual, you know. There we go. Excuse the camera movement there. But yeah, then you've got quite a lot of space to get in. And I'm wondering, lovely wife, would you mind getting in the back of a car for us? Okay. Let's see. Please. I promise, it's almost over now. Okay. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. It's more like that. I didn't mean like a... You should hurry up. Let's see if she can get in there. Okay. So she's in. How are you feeling over there? Maybe move over to your side. Let's see behind your seat. Let's see how much space you've got there. That is not bad. And how tall are you?
1.66.
1.66. There you go. So that's not bad at all. Maybe I should jump in the back for me as well and see. Let's see if we can get in there. Attempts are about to be made. Okay, I'm in. That wasn't that difficult. That was quite dramatic. So yeah, I'm gonna let's see if we put down the seat in front of me, what the legroom is like. Okay, I've moved the seat back after a bit of a struggle. It's not fully all the way back, but it's quite a long way back, and I've still got lots of room here. Excuse the harbor toes over there. Lots of room here. Well, a little bit of room. I think maybe if the seat could move back a little bit more, but I think that is actually as far back as it'll go. Maybe a little bit more. I would still have enough knee room. And can push my feet down there. Can you push your feet in there? That's not bad.
That's not bad.
I can sit like this on a long distance trip. I wouldn't mind. No. Would you be okay?
No, I'd be too claustrophobic. Is this
Yeah.
window open?
yeah, my wife is a bit... is a bit...
It does not open.
She needs lots of light. But luckily the air conditioning in this car is really good as well. So maybe that'll help. But yeah, that's the inside of the Everione Happy, also known as the MG Comet in India. And I have to say I am very impressed with this car, this little pocket rocket, but actually it's a pocket comet. Very nice. And then talking about cute, just one last thing. Look at the size of his bonnet. It's humongous, really. No. So apparently the guys there call it the ironing board bonnet. Because yeah, electric cars, very little maintenance. All you got to do here is fill up your washer fluid really. And in terms of maintenance, like all electric cars, it's the tires, it's the brakes, and then the battery coolant, and that's pretty much it. That's all you got to do. So yeah, that's brilliant. Also just very small wipers, and yeah. These wheels are, you know, they're a lot thicker than a kid's bicycle, but like the total diameter, not all that different. So the one thing I've noticed as we're driving by sedans and a bunch of other cars is this car is quite high off the ground, which is very nice. If you're in a small car, it doesn't feel like you're in that small of a vehicle. But yeah, when I look at the videos my wife has recorded of me inside the car driving, you can see it's a small car. But yeah, it's very high off the ground. There's a little speed bump here, and yeah, you've got loads of headroom as well, so for tall people shouldn't be an issue. We've made it to the Rietvlei coffee shop. Like a view, yeah. The wife's already got a table. And yeah, just gonna have something small, maybe a coffee for the last bit, and then we're gonna head out.
The beef burger.
Mhm.
Dus basically 'n toebroodjie.
Met de patty op.
Yes, wat getoast is.
Okay, I plan to have just a little bit of lunch turned into a little bit more. And some nice toasted sandwiches and chips. And yeah, now we're heading back. The rain is coming, it appears, and we've got washing at home that needs to be taken down. After this very sunny day, you can see that side. Yes, it's starting to brew, and that's where our rain normally comes from. So it's interesting, but we've been here for what, 5-6 hours almost. So it's been a good one, and the little happy has been thoroughly pleasant. Yeah, very yeah. In its place, it feels like it belongs here. Really impressed. Look at that clearance for such a small car. Very impressive. Okay, I'm gonna hop in now. Last little stretch. It's the next day. We arrived just in time at home to take down our washing, thank goodness. But it was still a very, very good trip to Rietvlei Nature Reserve, and this little, not so mean green machine did a pretty good job. It was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it. After we arrived at home, we also went out to a birthday dinner. Came back, and in total, since we charged the car to 100%, we covered about 82 kilometers. And afterwards, we arrived with the battery on 45%. We'd consumed about 8.4 kilowatt hours of energy since we charged the car to 100%. And yeah, that converts to a figure of about 11.9 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, which is really good. The EV veterans will know that's really good. And that's with a mix of very slow driving in the reserve, and then some more spirited driving to the birthday dinner and back. Also did a 0 to 100 kilometer per hour test, just for fun. This car has got a 32 kilowatt single motor, and then also 110 newton meters of torque. Now, the kilowatts might not compare well to what's available on some entry-level petrol cars, but the torque is pretty decent. And the 0 to 60 or 0 to 50 takes about 6 seconds, which is not bad. Maybe a little bit faster. And then to 100, it takes about 16 seconds. So it's a bit, but what I have to say is the pickup is incredible in this car. Like, if you're driving between 30 and 50 kilometers and you put your foot down, it picks up quite nicely. So there's nothing to worry about that you won't be able to pass people within reason, pass the slower moving people. And that's something I have to say about this car that's impressed me a lot, is how confident I feel driving it, even though it's this small little car. And I've seen the footage of me from the outside, and it looks quite ridiculous. I imagine like a really big guy in the car, it would look pretty funny from the outside, but you don't feel very funny on the inside. You feel quite confident in the driving. The car's very stable. I think the ride height helps a lot. Quite often in game drives, that's a great thing, but also in the city, you don't feel like you're too intimidated by all these bucky drivers and SUV drivers. So I have to say that's something that's really impressed me about this car. And then also there's some standout features that you don't get in cars that are way more expensive, like the proximity detection for the doors unlocking, and then also the notification that the flap is open in front, your charging flap. And I also have to mention that this car can charge at up to 7.4 kilowatts on AC power. That's if you get a dedicated charger installed, and that will take its battery, the 17.4 kilowatt hour battery, to 100% in less than 3 hours. So there is a case to be made for this car being usable on longer distances, slightly longer distances, if you're willing to wait about 2 hours to charge, say, like around 60 to 70% of the battery, and then hit the road again. But I would not recommend it for very, very long distances. But that's not what this car is for. There are plenty of other more expensive electric cars for that. This car is intended primarily as a city runner. If you have an emergency situation where you need to go further, there is the possibility of using 7 kilowatt AC charging at a charging station. I just would not recommend going on trips longer than 120 kilometers between charges, because at higher speeds EVs are not that efficient. All things considered, a fantastic little car. We really enjoyed it. I think my wife can say so as well. Behind the camera, she's smiling and nodding. So yeah, very, very happy with it. And thanks a lot to Megamillion for being willing to loan us this car. All the best with the plans with this. I hope it's a success on the commercial side, and I hope that you can eventually bring it into the country for general consumers as well, because I think a lot of people would enjoy this car and find it quite fun to drive. And yeah, it's more than what many people need. So that's it for this episode of Electric. Thank you for tuning in. As always, like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. If you didn't, fair game. It's fine. Different strokes for different folks. But thanks a lot for watching anyway. And until next time.